Hello my friends, how are you today? I am so happy to bring you another cute little treat box for Valentine's Day. I hope you've been enjoying the series. Today is day 9 and I am showing you how to make this adorable little treat box. It holds a Ghirardelli. And this one is a dark chocolate raspberry. So you can make this box where it does not need any glue, or you can glue the panel. I actually chose to glue the panel. I wanted it to stay quite strong, but you don't have to glue it if you don't wish. So I'm going to teach you how to make it. We're using the Endless Love bundle, actually the suite of products from Made with Love. So we are going to start with a piece of cardstock. It is 7 inches by 4 inches in basic white. I'm not using the thick or anything, just the normal cardstock. And we are going to score the long side at 2 and 2.5, 4.5, and 5. And then on the short side, which is the 4-inch side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch, at 1 inch, at 3 inches, and at 3.5. Okay. So then we're going to burnish. You're going to have your piece. It's hard to see white on camera, so I apologize in advance. But we have 3 squares, and then we have all of these little crosshatch pieces. So you'll be able to see them better when I start burnishing. And it's important that you do this step when you make a box. It really does help your box come together so much easier. So you want to bend against the raised line, not the indented line. And it will help your cardstock from cracking. It is quite a good idea. Okay, so we're gonna do our sections here. And here is the last score line. Once I do this, you should be able to see them a little better. So we have the 3 panels, the skinny sections on the top, the bottom, and in the middles. So we're going to cut away quite a bit, actually. This is going to be the parts that tuck in the front and the back, this side. So on this panel here, we're going to cut all the way across, down this thick score line until we come to that end piece right here. We're going to trim that one away. Okay. All right. We're going to cut the long pieces of this section, and we're going to leave the little squares. Those are going to be the tabs. So I angle them slightly when I'm cutting, and we're going to cut away this section as well. Okay, and then we're going to tab this small tab here. So you want to cut that straight up that score line there. Okay. And you can angle this one slightly right here as well. So you have this one angled slightly and that one angled slightly, okay? Now we're going to work on this side. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to mimic the bottom. So we're going to get rid of these 2 right here. And we're going to get rid of that, okay? And we need to get rid of this first little square. So let's get rid of it. And we're going to angle cut that little tab like we did on the other side. So we're going to angle cut that. And we're going to cut away this top rectangle. So you're actually cutting quite a bit away. I will show you everything when we're done, okay? And you want to cut this tab as well. And we're going to angle cut this just slightly, and then we want to get rid of these little score lines here. I like to trim on them and then angle cut them away. Okay, so basically, oh, I forgot to angle cut this one. Okay. So you had a whole row of 2 skinnies at the top and a whole row of 2 skinnies at the bottom. You kept all of them on this one side. You went down 1 row on this side, but not the big ones. The only big one is the one on the right that has everything above it. Oh, I meant to cut this one away and I didn't. Sorry, guys. So the other 2 are all cut away except for those cute little tabs. So you're left with 2 squares with the skinny section, a tab on each side, a square here with both tabs, okay? And if you wanted to corner around these instead of angle cutting them, you could do that as well. Let me get all of my paper scraps out of here because it's actually quite a bit. Alrighty, let's show you how this is going to come together. This piece here is the part that I glued inside, but you do not have to. Because you have such a large tab here, all you need to do is slide these in and close your box at the bottom. And slide these in and close your box at the top. But when somebody opens your box, the side here compartment is going to come undone. So it really helps to glue this piece in place. Okay, and I need to angle cut that just a smidge more. So, but I just wanted to show you that you don't have to. I do need to angle cut this a little bit more right here. I want to get it all the way to that corner. That'll make it fit a lot better. And this one also needs to be angle cut just a smidge more and get that corner. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on this square tab and I'm going to glue it onto the one with the 2 flaps. To me, this is the way to go. Like I said, you can leave it the way it is. It is a nice sturdy box, but I just think gluing this flap is quite helpful. So I'm going to just lay mine down and bring this to meet it. And press that. And then you can use your bone folder to get your box to lay nicely. All right, so now lay it the other way. Give it a good press in both directions once you glue that piece in. Okay, so now that you have that glued in, now I think your box comes together a lot nicer. To me, I like gluing it. You don't have to, but if I were you, I would glue it. I think it lays just so much sweeter, okay? So we're gonna make the front flap here come down in the front, and we're gonna make this the front instead of the back, okay? We're gonna add a little piece of designer series paper. I don't know if I told you, but the basic white was 7x4 before we scored it. The designer series paper that we're using is 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. I'm gonna grab my silicone mat. Put a little glue on the back. And we're gonna add this to the front of our box to decorate it. These little hearts are just so cute. And you wanna just move it till you have a nice even border all the way around. I like to put my finger inside. You could also unattach yourself here and press this down flat. That helps also. And now we're gonna do the decoration part. We can add our Ghirardelli chocolate. Put that inside. You could pick any color. They come in all different shapes and flavors, okay? But once you have it in here, it gives you a nice firm holder. Okay, you're going to need a Poppy Parade heart and a Flirty Flamingo arrow. We use the longest arrow and this heart here, the plain one. We're going to decorate it a little bit though. I've got to find my scrap paper. And I'm going to use the XO stamp from the stamp set. This one. We're going to stamp it in real red. So I'm just going to ink that up in the real red. Get it nice and juicy. And I wanted to kind of have it hang off. I didn't want it to be so in your face. I just wanted to have a little bit there. And then we're going to put some of the small hearts, and I'll show you that in a minute. I've cut them out of various colors of this designer series paper. So there's our XO. It's fun to hang it off the end, I think. Adds a little interest. And I'm going to glue that onto my arrow. So I want my arrow to be angled downward. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the point, not on the point, on the skinny part here. And we're going to add our heart. And I'm going to angle my heart. So about like that. You just want to add your little heart to your arrow because that's what's going to go on your box, okay? Now we're going to add some small hearts, and I'm going to show you the die that I used for the small hearts. It's this one right here. It has 5 little hearts, and I cut it out of many different colors, and we're going to use that one. So I'm just going to grab a few of them. I have them in my little pinch bowl that I usually use for dimensional backing. So I'm going to grab 1 in Flirty Flamingo to match our arrow. I'm going to do 2 in Basic White to match our box. And then I'm going to add 2 red ones to go with our ink that we used, okay? So you're going to use 5. And what I suggest that you do is you just put a bunch of hearts, oh my gosh, I'm not even, dots. And we're going to just stick a heart on each of the little dots that we have here. So I'm just going to put 5 little dots down. And we're just going to lift up our hearts. And, well, I'm going to try and lift up my hearts with my putty end of my Take Your Pick tool. First, I have to flip them over. All right. There's one. Put one over here. And another one over here. These are so cute, and they pop out so nice on here. We're going to do a white one up here. I think this one. Oh, it's the right way. I thought it was upside down. Add this one on here. I think it'll pop that red. And then we'll add our Flirty Flamingo one in the middle. So cute. So now we're going to add our heart to our piece. Now we're going to add dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals, here they are. To the center of our heart, the red part is what I mean. You don't need any on your arrow. Maybe on this part of the arrow, a small piece. Now I'm going to use some minis, and I'm almost to the end of my mini sheet. Well, when you use the minis, you can fit one up here, which is what we need, okay? One up at the top. We don't need anything over here, so we should be good to go. But what I was going to say is when you finish these, you end up with these edge pieces, and I like to use them in small bits and pieces when I need a tiny dimensional. So we're going to go ahead and peel the backs off of these. And out so I can throw them away. All right. We're gonna add this onto our box. And our little treat is going to be done. Isn't this so cute? I love this box. It's such a great little box. A great little treat to put on your coworker's desk, teachers, at your children's school, bus drivers, people at the grocery store. I mean, make somebody's day. So there is our treat. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make this today. I will be live tomorrow with a really cute treat, so don't miss out on that one. And I appreciate you being here with me today. If you've missed the other treats, you can catch up. It's only day 9, so there's 6 more days left, and you missed 8 days. You can catch up on those. They're on my channel. Just go to Inky Hands Warm Hearts on YouTube. Put that in the search. When you go to my channel, you want to go to the videos section, and the lives are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can check those there. But thanks for being here. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this adorable little treat, and I will see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping.